use this harsh language. May Allah do this to you, may Allah. This is not right. And refrain from idle conversation, which means that when you talk, try to be very specific. And, of course, avoid offensive language. It is not just with others that we disagree with, it's even among ourselves, as, one community. We always have this kind of conversation. Another way, or another thing that Imam Sadiq alayhi salam really found about his Shia and his followers and his Ummah and the Ummah in general, they failed to adhere to the guidance of Ahlul Bayt. So Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, there was a kind of dialogue between him and Al-Kinani. So Abu al-Sabah al-Kinani said to Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, ما نلقى من الناس فيك. فقال أبو عبد الله عليه السلام وما الذي تلقى من الناس فيا. يعني يقول للإمام تدري احنا ايش قد نتأذى من وراك؟ احنا بسببك نشوف معاناة وآلام. الإمام يقول له شو تشوفون؟ شيلي خليه يفهم. لا يزال يكون بيننا وبين الرجل الكلام فيقول جعفري خبيث. يدخل في نقاش مع الآخرين، وهذا رأسا أو بعد مدة قصيرة من النقاش رأسا يبدي بالطعن بالسب. جعفري خبيث ينعتون بهذه الكلمة. فقال يعيركم الناس بي؟ قال نعم. فقال الإمام ما أقل والله من يتبع جعفرا منكم. يعني منو قال أنتم تتبعوني؟ ما تتبعون جعفر يا محمد. إنما أصحابي من اشتد ورعه، هذا عنده تقوى، وعمل لخالقه، يشتغل بس لله مو حتى يرضي فلان وفلان، ورجى ثوابه، يا من يرجو ثواب الله، فهؤلاء أصحابي. So, one person, he wanted to tell the Imam that all the suffering, trouble, is because of you, because we followed you. As if, the Shia, they said, oh, we are doing a favor to you, that we are following you, and we will get all the, bad consequences of it because of that. So, he said, the Imam had this dialogue with Abu al-Sabah al-Kinani. So he told the Imam, do you know that how much trouble we face because of you? Imam Sadiq alayhi salam said, what trouble? What kind of problem? Do you encounter because of me? So Abu Sabah said, when I speak with some individuals, when I have an argument with someone, he says that Ja'fari is malicious. You are khabith, you are Ja'fari khabith. And because when we have some dialogue with them, Imam asked, are you insulted because of me? He said, yes. Then Imam Sadiq alayhi salam said something very important. He said, by God, how few of you follow Ja'far? Only few of you, the real followers of me, of Ahlul Bayt. My companions are those with extreme spirituality, piety. They have wara, they have taqwa, they fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Extremely they fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who work for the Creator, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only. Their intention is purely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And hoped for the reward of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So those who are my companions, if you are one of them, no one is going to say to you, Ja'fariyun Khabib, because you don't know how to act, because you don't know how to argue with others. So you are making the trouble, not because you are my follower, because you are not following me perfectly. This is, brothers and sisters, very, very important. When we say we are Shia, we are the followers of Ahlul Bayt, we need to learn from them. There is one of the atheists was talking or arguing with one of the followers of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, and then that follower of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, he got so upset and he started to curse that atheist. May Allah curse you. He said, why you are saying this? We have arguments, long arguments with Ja'far ibn Muhammad, with your Imam. He never said these words to us. And also, brothers and sisters, when we look at the Imam, some people think that the Imam is only the Imam of Shia. Oh, he is our Imam. Who said that? He is not your Imam only. He is the Imam of all Muslims, not just you. Why do you think that he is only your Imam? No, he is not. Because when he was talking, when he was educating, his words weren't only for Shia. He meant for everyone. And look at that. So Imam, he is the Imam of unity. He wanted all Muslims to be united. In one of his advices to one of his companions, he said, convey this message to them. What was the message? أوصيهم بتقوى الله والورع في دينهم والاجتهاد لله وصدق الحديث وأداء الأمانة وطول السجود وحسن الجوار فبهذا جاء محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وأدوا الأمانة إلى من ائتمنكم من بر أو من ائتمنكم عليها من بر أو فاجر. البعض يقول لك والله خلي هذا كذا هيك يعني ما نرد الأمانة. فإن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله كان يأمر برد الخيط والمخيط. ثم قال صلوا في عشائرهم أو عشائركم في رواية أخرى واشهدوا جنائزهم وعودوا مرضاهم وأدوا حقوقهم فإن الرجل منكم إذا ورع في دينه وصدق الحديث أو يعني كان صادقا في حديثه وأدى الأمانة وحسن خلقه مع الناس قيل هذا جعفري فيسرني ذلك ويقولون هكذا أدب جعفر. So brothers and sisters, in one of the advices of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam to convey by one of his companions to all Shia, he said, I advise you to fear God. You know, all the time, they started with that. Fearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so important, essential. It is the foundation for our characteristics. And adhere to piety. Adhere to piety. We need to pursue that goal, to be muttaqeen. Honesty, be honest. Sidq al-hadith. When someone talks, when someone acts with honesty, trustworthiness, وَأَدَاءِ الْأَمَانَةِ. Why people love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? And do you think that the Prophet only with strong arguments with others, he convinced people to be Muslims, to convert to Islam? No. His manners, his akhlaq. So deen as a religion is husnul khuluq. because he was an honest person and trustworthy person. الصادق الأمين. The mushrikeen, they used to entrust the Prophet with their goods, with their wealth. They will be absent for months. They will come back and they will get their trust from the Prophet. The same as it is. They were kuffar and he was delivering the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yet they entrusted him. The next advice, kindness with your neighbors. وَحُسْنُ الْجِوَارِ. Now we have neighbors. If we have any complaint from them, we need to really take care of them. And it's a good idea that we may have an open house, invite our neighbors, tell them about our activities. But we need to get ready for that, to get prepared for that. And we need the youth to be part of that activity. Okay? And it's very important, dear brothers and sisters. A successful mosque must not have only white beards and white hair. They must have young people and also kids. So a successful mosque or center must have 3 generations. The grandfather, the father, and the grandsons. 4 brothers. وَحُسْنُ الْجِوَارِ. Kindness with your neighbors and the frequent prostration for God. Since Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has advised us so, therefore you must return whatever you are entrusted with to its owner. Whether he is a good person or a bad one, doesn't matter. He entrusted you, you need to give it back. Since the Prophet of God ﷺ has stressed that a borrowed needle with a thread should be returned to its owner. Attend and your prayer, do your prayers and attend and do your prayers in their congregational prayers. Like if you are living in a city and there is a mosque very close to you. Is it a Shia mosque? Are you going to go there or not?
No. Yes.
So Imam told us yes?
Yes.
You should. And attend their burial ceremonies. When they have someone died, they have a ceremony for the deceased one. So attend that. Visit them when someone gets ill. Respect their rights. I get pleased when I hear that you are pious. The Imam is telling us that. This is the message for us. I get pleased when I hear that you are pious, honest, trustworthy, well behaved, and are known to be one of my followers. Then people will say, these are the manners of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam as taught. And one of the narrations, brothers and sisters, is not just about to be a pious person, trustworthy, but also to be kind and have compassion for others. It is narrated by Al-Kafi an Muhammad ibn Ajlan. He said, Imam Sadiq alayhi salam once asked a man about his tribe. And the brothers, your tribe, your brothers, whom he had left back home. How are they? Tell me about your tribe. your community. That person said, oh, they are great people. So he praised them. They are like religious people. They are doing this and that. Then the Imam asked him, do the rich among them visit the poor when there is a rich man? Is he going to visit the poor person? Do the rich among them visit the poor when they are ill? He replied, not much. No, we don't have this kind of manner. Do the rich frequent the poor at all? Like, always check on him, try to see what he needs. The man replied, not much. Then the Imam asked him, do the rich maintain relations with the poor? The man replied, verily you are listing virtues that people among us rarely possess. That we don't have this kind of manners. Imam said, then how can these people claim to be Shia? What kind of a Shia person you are if you don't have good heart and compassion towards others? And brothers and sisters, this is a good also criteria for all of us. If you want to evaluate someone, you want to trust him or not, listen to Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, what he said. امتحنوا شيعتنا عند ثلاث عند مواقيت الصلاة مواقيت الصلوات كيف محافظتهم عليها يصلون في وقت الليل ويظلون نايمين ويخسروها يسووا قضاء 50 صلاة تتراكم عليهم وعند أسرارهم كيف حفظهم لها عن عدونا. يعني هذا يحافظ على الحديث يقول لك الحديث يعني دائما أمين. المفروض واحد من يكون في مجلس مو يروح ينشر كل هذا الكلام في مجلس آخر، أكو محافظة على الأحاديث وخصوصا عن الأعداء. وإلى أموالهم كيف مواساتهم لإخوانهم فيها. So Imam Sadiq alayhi salam said, test our Shia with regard to three things. The prayer times to see how well they observe them. Do they pray on time or not? Or they will make it up. They will miss their prayers. They don't care about anything else. Just their business, their work. I have a game, I need to do this and that. So their salat is not their priority. This is not a good sign about being a Shia. If your salat is not your priority. Their secrets, to see how well they guard them from our enemies. So you need to be careful when you talk about someone, because maybe you are going to hurt them and you don't know. And their wealth, to see how they help out their fellow brothers with it. So brothers and sisters, these are some of the narrations. I want to end with this story, or with this narration. During the time of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, and even next with Imam Kazim alayhi salam, even before that, there were many revolutions or uprisings against the Umayyads government and against the Abbasids government. So our ulama, they have two different opinions about these uprisings. Some of them, they said, all of them, they are illegal because they didn't get the permission of the imams. Some of them, they said no. They don't need that. Because Amr Ma'ruf and Nahy al Munkar is something essential and important. And in many narrations that we have, أفضل الجهاد كلمة حق عند إمام جائر. One of the best kind of jihad when you say no to the oppressors, to the dictators. Okay? And even there is a narration by Imam Sadiq alayhi salam said, وَدَدْتُ لَوْ أَنَّ الْخَارِجَ يَخْرُجْ وَعَلَيَّ مَؤُونَةَ عِيَالِهِ. I wish if someone is going to stand up against the oppressors and I am going to take care of his family if he will get killed and become a martyr. Now, also there's a kind of like, misconception about what happened in the past. What about the revolution of Zayd ibn Ali? What about the other revolutions, like the revolution of al-Mukhtar, or the revolution of Tawabin, and so on and so forth, like even the revolution of people of Medina. So, we have different opinions. I will go with the second one. So, when saying that, we believe that our duty always to stand up with the oppressors against, stand up against the oppressors with the oppressed ones, okay? And this is one of the last advices of Imam Ali alayhi salam. Now we see what's going on in Palestine. And this Zionism regime do not respect any promises, any kind of covenants, any agreements, and they don't care about how many Palestinians will be killed. So, should we stand up with the Palestinians or with the Zionists? Well, we will say we don't care. Since it is not in our country, this is not in our best interest, we're not going to say anything. We need to have a stand, dear brothers and sisters. We cannot be quiet at all. And at the end, I would like to give our condolences to dear brother Hajj Kazim for the demise of his son, and also to the relative of Hajj Ghazi Azzuddin, and also to Sister Musami, and for the all, inshallah, deceased ones, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give them mercy, inshallah. This is the life, dear brothers and sisters. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, when he was trying to comfort someone or to counsel someone, tell him Allah, he is telling them, your son, for example, Hajj Kazim, he traveled before you, and we are going to meet with them. This is not the final destiny or station in our lives. It is one of them. So what should we do? We need to have patience. We need to have right understanding of what's going on. This is life. It's like a bus. Some people will get in, some people will get out. And one day, we are going to join the beloved ones. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the mercy of all of them. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be guided by the teachings of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. Assalamu alayhi yawma wulid. Peace be upon him the day that he was born. Wassalamu alayhi yawma intaqala ila rahmatillah. Peace be upon him the day that he departed this world. And wassalamu alayhi yawma yub'athu hayya. Peace be upon him the day that he will be resurrected. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wa salatu wa salam ala Sayyidina wa Nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi al-tayyibin al-tahirin.